Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Love After Lockup Season 2, Episode 22. I guess the season finale is next week. No, I don't have on eyebrows, okay? I woke up really late. Because, we have went over, it's a long story, okay? But, hey. Thank God that we still alive today, okay? Because, stuff was, it wasn't crazy, but it could have got crazy. But, whatever. Thank God. God loves us. Anyway, I do want to let you all know that if you haven't visited my damn store, then you are sorely lacking. You're lacking. Now, you can go check out my store right now. In the pinned comment, you can go check it out right at this moment. And you could probably still get that 15% off using promo code THANKS, but it ends today, so it might be over, okay? It might be over, but still check it out. If you all watch my content, I would love for you to turn on the notification bell if you are subscribed to me. If you're not subscribed to me, then hello, look at me. Well, no, don't look at me today because my eyebrows ain't done. But look at me when my eyebrows is done. Click on the video when my eyebrows done, and I'm cute, so. But if you are subscribed to me, please turn on the notification bell because I know damn well they playing with me, okay? And I ain't gonna have YouTube play with me. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but let's move it on because I got stuff to do, y'all, because I woke up real late. So, let's see, let's start with somebody who don't even fucking matter. Meghan. Meghan says she hasn't heard from Michael and she's scared that the new baby, will get him trapped up again. She doesn't feel grounded or centered, and she doesn't feel like herself, and she doesn't know what's gonna happen. She says that if Michael got a divorce today, then she would still be torn because the memories of the stuff that he did before really would still stick with her. And I want to know what Michael is going to go tell her next week. Because they said it's a criminal thing. Not a criminal thing, but I could see this nigga then either had sex with Sarah and asked her was she ovulating again and then got her pregnant again. Or he got a whole nother woman. I'm sorry. But anyway, that didn't matter. So let's talk about Tracy and Clint. Tracy and Clint were driving to the chapel when Tracy made a joke and Tracy flipped out. That dark screen came up and said they were supposed to renew their vows at 7. When production got there, Clint had vanished. Anyway, Tracy said she made a joke. Clint got mad and walked out, and she thinks that this was a ruse or a ruse. It's a ruse to not even renew the vows at all. So then he comes back. I think he was gone for 30 minutes. He comes back and she says, if you don't do this renewal with me, I'm done. She like, oh, thanks for finally coming back. He's like, well, at least I came back in 30 minutes and I didn't end up 2 weeks, spending 2 weeks away. And she was like, well, I didn't have a ride. And he was like, yeah, because you didn't suck dick for a ride. Now, let me tell you something. This is not goddess behavior. Or I don't know what you call, this is not the behavior that I thought that I'd ever see from Clint. Okay? Clint, Tracy, leave that nigga. Because, no, none of this is goddess. He's not showing you goddess-like behavior. Okay, well, not that he's a goddess, but he's not treating you as a goddess, okay? Anyway, Clint said that he felt like she was making light of the situation and drugs aren't funny, or drug jokes aren't funny, and, that was really sensitive for him a year ago. And she says, I'm not marrying you anymore. She gets in the car, but she gets in the back seat, so I thought it was an Uber, but then the car is still there, so I'm like, what's really going on? And then she gets out the car. Clint is like, if you don't say you sorry, then we not doing it. Then she apologizes, and then they kiss, and then they go to get their vows renewed. Look, I'm not saying that they are on drugs. I'm not saying that at all. At all. But what I'm saying is if they were, then this is literally like crackhead love. Because anyway, let's move to Sarah and Michael. Because I would like to talk about, like, you talking about is Meghan, Michael, and Sarah. I've only seen Meghan. Like, Meghan, go, do something. Like, anyway. Michael goes to see Sarah. I think she's at like a hotel or Airbnb. And Sarah feels like everything is cool. I think Michael went in for a hug and a kiss, and she said that threw her off guard. Um, Michael says that once he gets off a tether, he'll make the effort to come to New York to see them because Sarah said that her maternity leave is about to be over, and the baby gonna need shots, and that costs money, and you don't have insurance or like uh, you know care source or some shit. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, he asked Sarah if she wants to go out to dinner, and she's like, as like a family, and he like, nah, just me and you. And she's like, I don't know about that. Who gonna watch the kids? He said, my mama and my sister will watch the kids. She like, I don't really know about that. So Sarah says the more time she's in the room with him, she feels angrier. And then she says, we don't really have to go out to dinner. Michael then says, okay, we don't have to go out to dinner. She then says, you know what, fuck it. And then they start arguing. And then he's like, look, I didn't want to do this around the kids, but we need to get a divorce. Then that's like where their segment ended. But like, why did Sarah look so like shocked? Like, you brought divorce papers to get a divorce. So like, oh, I don't have on earrings. That's why I look like a little boy. But anyway, too late now. So who we gonna talk about? Y'all, I don't know who to talk about. Let's talk about Brittany and Marcelino. They go to see their lawyer after Marcelino then jumped on Tito. And he's like, well, I thought we was gonna all sit down with Tito and do all of this. I guess you just out here fighting this nigga. Marcelino says that he should have walked away. He does feel remorseful because he's been in Giovanni's shoes when I think he said his stepfather got custody over his mother, and it was like a horrible situation. And Brittany says that Tito texted her and said the only mistake that I did was let you see that damn child. The lawyer says, well, okay, boom. Well, we got to move this shit along, okay? So I'm going to get us an emergency hearing so we can see what we need to do. So it's the day before the custody hearing. Her mother is there because I was looking at her and I was like, that lady too white to be Marcelino's mother, but it's Brittany's mother. Her mother is there. Amanda is there. They're having a picnic because she just needs to be around family and friends. She is nervous that things won't go her way because her judge is very conservative, which means she will just look at the paperwork and not look at the person standing in front of her. So Marcelino has shaved off his beard and he looks horrible. Brittany and Marcelino are both worried, about what'll happen. Brittany says she's very happy that Marcelino and what's his name, Giovanni, have a bond. But like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know how Brittany as an individual could be so cool with Marcelino. I can't be cool with Marcelino because things were okay. Yeah, I know that like at any moment he could say, I want my child back, but he wasn't saying that. And you went over there and you made things 1000% worse. So like, how you sitting up here with this man? I just don't get it. Anyway, so who should we talk about? We've been talking about everybody else, and I know this is a very quick review, but who we gonna talk about? Are we going to talk about Lizzie and Scott? Or are we gonna talk about Andrea and Lamar? They both crazy as hell, and I don't. Okay, we are going to talk about Lizzie and Scott. So Charlene came back with the drug tests. Lizzie go in there and take her damn drug test. Come out, the cup is clear. Not the cup, the top of the cup is clear. Ain't no drugs in her damn system. Lizzie's like, okay, Scott, go take the drug test. He's like, well, I don't know if I can pee right now. She's like, okay, well, you need to pee. So she goes in the bathroom with him. She turns on the water. He's like, I can't pee. She's like, I can't. And up until this moment, I was like, Lizzie is doing the fucking most, bro. Lizzie is doing the most. You done went in the bathroom with this nigga. You done did all of this. Lizzie, you're a bitch. That's what I was thinking. I was like, Lizzie, you are a fucking bitch. And then Scott closed the door and said, I have a problem. And I said, what kind of problem? I thought he was gonna say he has a urinary tract infection. Oh no, I'm dead ass. A urinary tract infection, a yeast infection. He got prostate issues, bladder issues. I thought this nigga was gonna say I have a problem. You know, I gotta take a pill to pee, and or I got a catheter. I thought he was gonna say some health concerns. This nigga done opened up his mouth and said, I do it on and off. You do what on and off, Scott? I do them drugs on and off. He said he tried a little bit of methamphetamine back in the day, and I don't know what back in the day means. And he did a little heroin too. And after Lizzie and him broke up, he was sad. So he did some more. Charlene was like, why in the hell didn't you tell me? He was like, I didn't want you to look at me differently. She was like, bro, me out of all people, I've seen you, in your deepness. Like, why didn't you say anything? He told Lizzie, I helped you, you can help me. And that's your biggest mistake. Don't think that someone is going to do for you as you did for them. Okay? Anyway, Lizzie's like, you know what? I'm going to get changed and I'm going to leave. And so Scott is like, of course you're going to leave. Of course you're going to leave. Lizzie says, bro, like, but dead ass though, I'm on parole. I can't be around someone who has drugs. This could take me back to jail. So she leaves. She comes back the next day. She tells Scott she loves him. She said, I know that's why you were acting weird in Wisconsin. He said, no, I wasn't on drugs in Wisconsin. She says, I don't believe you. He says, I did pick up the pipe. Okay, I did. And he said, but thank God I never picked up the needle. Do you hear what I just said? I did pick up the pipe. Yo, no, you are absolutely right. I picked up that damn pipe, but I never picked up that needle. What's the difference? Honestly, what's the difference? What's the difference? Um, he says, "Are you gonna forgive me or not?" She says, "Or not. I'm not gonna forgive you." Then we see them in the confessional. And they're arguing. He's like, what does the Bible say about forgiveness? She's like, what does the Bible say about lying? Then he pulls out all of the letters that she sent him in prison. She takes one of them, rips them. He then, I think she throws the letter at him. Then he had like a box and with cards in it, and he turned it over, and then he threw the paper at her and called her a tramp. And y'all, when I tell you this is a shock, I didn't know that Scott was on them drugs. Okay. And especially, don't this man live in California? Why don't you go straight down to that dispensary and get you some of that flour, okay? You could have got you a cookie, a brownie. You could have did a dab. Maybe that would have taken your mind off Lizzie. Do you one good dab? You would have been okay. But I'm literally, I'm very shocked. Anyway, moving on. I can't wait to see next week's episode. And why would you wait until all this time to give me some drama, give me some razzmatazz? Anyway, so we see Andrea and Lamar. Andrea says we getting ready for church. Lamar's like, sometimes I don't want to be with your ass. She said, I'm joking. He says that he's tired of them Utah people trying to convert her included. Andrea's going to give him some alone time, so she's going to go see her friend, black friend, Michelle. So Andrea says that Lamar is easing into life in Utah. When has he been easing into life in Utah? Because I've yet to see him ease into some. Anyway, I've yet to see him. I've literally yet to see this man ease into life in Utah. But anyway, Andrea says that she didn't talk to this nigga's parole officer and then got permission for him to parole in Utah. She talked to her kids' school and asked if they could re-enroll. And she's telling her friend Michelle, I'm gonna need your help to, like get Lamar. And she said, I'll help you as long as you tell him this is your plan. I'm not trying to do no sneaky shit. Andrea says it's not sneaky. Andrea says that he's not going to say no. And Michelle says, well, what if he does say no? And she says, well, I have his birth certificate and his ID and his debit card. Michelle says this is a damn scheme. Okay, you need to talk to your husband because you're out of your fucking mind. Andrea says that she's willing to do almost anything that it takes to get him to stay in Utah. So then we see a little scene. Andrea's making a pros and cons list of life in Utah versus life in Los Angeles, talking about it's clean air in Utah and we can breathe in Utah. Girl, why would I go from Utah? Why would I go from LA to Utah? That is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. From Los Angeles to Utah, you're fucking anyway. So Andrea says that it's time to take matters into her own hands. She talks to Lamar and she says, honey, I love you. You said that you would move out to Utah. He says, yeah, on my own time. She says, well, it's time. I found a rental property. I got to put the deposit down on it today. He said, okay, well, you going to stay here and I'm going to stay there because I'm not staying here. She says, well, you can't leave because I have your identification and everything. And also I called your parole officer and she said that it was okay. He said, how you going to call my parole officer? And what? Girl, you on crack? Huh? Are you Scott? Because you must be smoking that crack. I'm sorry. That was mean. I'm so sorry. He says, I'm not moving out here. You done got me all the way effed up. She says, oh, he said, you're acting like a crazy bitch. She said, why would you talk to me like that? He said, because that's how you're acting. That's how you're acting. You do know that. So she says, I'm going to go in the bathroom. She says, the kids are on their way out. He said, I don't give a damn. He says in his confessional, I do my music. I go to school. I got a lot of stuff going on. And I didn't know that he went to school. Now, Andrea, you're really out of order. You're out of order. He goes to school and you gonna tell this nigga, fuck that schooling. Come on down here. No. So she goes in the bathroom. He's like, open the door. She's like, I just want you to know what I'm doing for us and our family. This is why I so desperately wanted to see Andrea and Lamar. Okay. I don't know, but the first episode of this, I said it would be very, very interesting to see their journey because she's out of her damn mind. And now we can understand that she's out of her damn mind. She must have been doing crack. She must be with Scott hitting that damn pipe. If you think you gonna make a grown man, a grown woman, a grown person come to another fucking state because you gonna hold them hostage. Y'all, but anyway, I'm done with this. I'm fucking done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see. In Utah of all places. I could probably take my husband's stuff and say, get your ass out to Los Angeles. I'm taking you there. And we gonna stay there forever. And that man would be like, okay, okay, that's fine. There is you like my husband would have to literally like say, we're going to Canada to live forever. For me to be like, you know what, nigga? I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Let's go. Let's go. Canada, New York, or Los Angeles. Other than that, I don't want it. I don't want it. Utah? That nigga Ronald McDonald? Girl, I'm done. Bye.